If you're struggling to get more visitors to your website or more people to see your offers, or you just want a few more people's eyeballs on your awesome work, then get excited, because in this video, I'm sharing with you my #1 strategy for getting cheap and highly engaged traffic. And in my opinion, I actually think this is the most cost-effective and overall the most powerful way of getting qualified leads or traffic. And the best part is, it's free. My name is Amber Renae. I'm an online business strategist and personal brand expert at amber.courses, where I have a whole heap of free hour-long trainings for you to check out that cover everything we're talking about today in way more detail, plus heaps of other things like building funnels, personal branding, launching e-courses, mastering your mindset. Make sure you check them out below. I've been told they're kind of awesome. So what I love most about running an online business is that once you've got your funnels all set up and optimized, if you don't know how to do that, then watch this video next. But once you've got your product and your funnels all optimized, then your whole job is really simple. Your whole job is just to fill your funnels. So you might be surprised to learn that there are actually only 3 ways to drive traffic to a funnel or to a website or to a business or whatever it is that you're trying to get traffic to. So the first way to get eyeballs is content marketing. So this is the free but slow way. So this is probably the only way you've been driving traffic in the whole history of your business. And this is where you create value-added content on your own networks. Things like blogs, social media, making videos like this, anything where you're creating content for your own network. So I'm sure you're aware content marketing is painfully slow and most people aren't even doing it right. The majority of entrepreneurs I see are just creating content for content's sake with no clear direction or call to action as to the purpose of that content. So I talk more about how to create content that converts in this video, so check that out. And heads up, I've had this business for 4 years now, and this is the first year that I've ever really committed to content marketing. That's how much I'm not invested in it. So instead, I've devoted my time to the 2 other ways of driving traffic, which in my opinion are way more powerful and a much better use of my time as a boss. So the next way of running traffic is paid advertising, things like Facebook and Instagram ads. This is the most fastest, but it's also the most expensive way of getting eyeballs, and it's been a huge catalyst for growth in my business, but it is really hard to do effectively. So this is what brings me to opportunity number 3. So I reckon this is the big opportunity for everyone, and that is publicity. And by this, I mean any sort of media mention or collaboration. So traditionally, this would be things like radio, TV, magazines, newspapers, but in today's current age, it's things like blogs, podcasts, or any collaboration with anyone that has an existing audience, such as a Facebook group, an Instagram following, or a social media channel that you can tap into. So connecting with someone who already has done all of the hard work of content marketing and they've already grown an audience that you can just connect straight into. So peer-to-peer recommendations are going to be even more revered than ever before, and more than ever before, we're all seeking certainty and we need trust, which is lacking at the moment in our outer world. So the quickest and easiest way for you to build that trust is with publicity or collaboration. Okay, so 3 super simple steps that you can take today to start down the path of publicity and collaboration. Step number 1, collaboration is so freaking easy. It's something you can all go out and do today. And if I was just getting started, or if I really wanted to grow my business, I'd be looking for 5 collaboration opportunities every single week. So have a think about how that might look. If you're already in an intimate Facebook group, you really love and trust and connect with the host of that group and all the women in there. If that host was to suddenly announce a live stream where she introduces another expert, how would you feel about that expert? You'd immediately trust that person, right? You'd instantly feel more connected just because of the intimacy of your connection to the host of that group. So you want to be creating this for your own business as often as possible. Things like referrals and collaborations are going to hold way more influence and power than ever before. So your action step is to go and look for Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, anyone with a social following, and ask the owner of the channel if you can provide value to their audience in any way that you know how to. So the key is to look for similar business owners that are already speaking to the audience you want to speak to, but they're selling a non-competing product. So for instance, if you, let's say you're in the fitness market and you want to get your brand or your fitness programs in front of mums who want to work out when their kids are asleep. Well, a great person you could reach out to is the local mum style blogger and offer to do a free training class for her blog audience. So are you getting how powerful this is? Because you're already going to be tapping into an already engaged audience rather than trying to build your own. So if you are loving this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know you're loving it. Now, once you've got your collaboration opportunities up and running, now let's move on to traditional PR. So this is being featured in media, things like newspapers, online news sites, television, magazines. If you're thinking, no way, Amber Renae, I am not an expert, I could not get featured in the media, let me share my backstory of being on both sides of the media so that you understand what it's actually like on both sides. So I spent 6 years as a brand when I ran a fashion label. I couldn't afford a publicist and I had to get my name out there. I knew how effective PR was. So I literally just used to write to all the publications and ask them to publish articles about me and my collections. And at the time, I was just a kid in my parents' garage on a sewing machine, and I was getting published in both national and international publications. And this global recognition led me to doing runway shows all over the world and eventually dressing Paris Hilton. And heads up, this was way back in the day, way before social media. So you couldn't just, tweet someone and hope to get connected. You had to find really strategic ways for getting yourself and your brand out there. And that's how I stumbled across the power of PR. So following that, I then spent 5 years PRing myself when I was a fashion stylist. So the same brand awareness strategies that I'm teaching you now, I was just constantly PRing myself. So after doing this, I was pretty soon after the main fashion commentator, and I was the go-to girl whenever someone needed a comment about fashion. And this publicity led me to getting the role as the fashion reporter for Fashion TV and the Women's Health and Fitness fashion editor. So from the publicity, then I got recognized, then I got the big jobs. Then on the flip side of that, when I was the fashion editor, I had hundreds of brands contacting me, asking me to publish their brand in my publication. Now, I'm here to tell you, as a fashion editor, when a small brand used to contact me out of the blue and have the audacity to send me their collection when I'd never heard of them, how do you think I felt? Well, actually, I was stoked. I loved it because that was one less article that I had to go and research and find out for myself. They'd just done my job for me. So that's why I believe in this stuff so much. I've been using the power of publicity for over a decade now to grow multiple businesses. And honestly, that's why I'm so confident in this strategy, because I've been on both sides of the game, trying to get myself publicity and also having as a fashion editor and people contacting me out of the blue. So if you think that you need to be an expert first before getting in the media, that's where you're wrong, because it's being in the media that creates authority, expert status, and influence. So let me know in the comments below if you're getting how powerful this is. There are people out there waiting to hear your story, and it's your responsibility to get it out there. So don't think of the media as this big, scary publicity thing like, oh, one day I might get featured in a magazine or on TV. Think of them as other business owners just like you and I, and that you want to connect with and share the awesome work that you're already doing in the world with their audience. So your takeaway for this is to make a list of the top 10 media outlets and journalists that you want to be featured in. And the key here is to start small and local and just become besties with them. Find them on social media, get active with them, reply to their tweets, comment on their blogs, engage in their conversations that they start, and start connections with them. Just go ahead and build a genuine connection the same way that you would any other business contact. And when the time comes, explain to them what you do and how your story can serve their audience. It really is this simple. I truly believe publicity and collaboration will be the cornerstone for all business success moving forward. So do yourself a favor and start utilizing the most effective traffic strategy today. Now in this video, you'll want to check out my powerful personal branding strategies, and heads up, this is the reason why you're not converting your traffic that you're getting into customers. And in this video, I share the exact steps that I go through to create and launch every single digital product, how I made my last product and got paid over $100,000 to create it. Now, I would highly recommend watching any of the free masterclasses that I teach below at amber.courses. We dive way deeper into all the strategies that I talk about on this channel. So my name is Amber Renae, and I help you with your brand, your business, and your mindset. And I'll see you in next week's video. Oh, and if you're still here and you're still loving this, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. It lets other people know that this is a good video for them to spend a couple of minutes on. Thanks for sharing the love. See you next week.